Hey, welcome WLHS students. Looking forward to seeing you on Wednesday. Unfortunately, I get tasked with kind of talking about some of those difficult topics to make your year a successful time in this 21-22 school year. First thing I'd like to talk about is the tardy policy. We kind of dealt with it a little bit last year, but now it is actually in the student parent handbook, and just kind of reviewing what that looks like. It can be, you can earn a tardy for being late to school. If you're late to school, we'd really like you have to check in at the main office. You'll get a pass from Mrs. Hill, and then you'll go on to your next class, to your first hour class. You can also earn a tardy anytime being late to class. So plan accordingly when we're talking about lockers and restrooms and things like that. We don't, make sure you're communicating to your teacher, and that can prevent a lot of your tardies. But kind of going through the policy, tardy 1 and 2 is just going to be a student conference. It's kind of a warning, some documentation that you are tardy. The 3rd and 4th tardy will be a 30-minute detention. That could be before school, after school, or even during lunch period, whatever is deemed appropriate. Tardy 5 and 6 will be a 60-minute detention. 7 and 8 will be a 60-minute detention, plus you're looking at social probation. Social probation basically means that you cannot participate in any extracurricular activities for a time period of 1 week from the time of the offense, and that will happen for 7, 8, 9, 10 on until your time is served. Tardies are going to be reset at the beginning of each quarter, and kind of give you a fresh start, new beginning, and hopefully you'll figure out your transportation and quickest way to get to and from class. Second thing we're going to talk about real quick is passing periods. Okay, passing period has been shortened to 4 minutes, so we took 1 minute off that time period. So plan accordingly when you need books or supplies out of your locker. Also, kind of a big area is the restrooms. Hanging out in there. We want you moving in and out, getting class, so we can take advantage of all the learning opportunities that you have. We will have teachers available monitoring that and trying to encourage you to get to your class. But like I said earlier, if it's an emergency situation, talk with your teacher. They'll work with you, and that way you prevent yourself from getting a tardy. Another hot topic last year was headgear, hats, those type of things. They're prohibited in the building. There will be weeks where we have homecoming, FFA events, where we may allow those things, but generally no headgear, no hat permitted in the building. Next thing is mask policy. I know it's a touchy situation, but we want you in the classroom. We don't want to look at it as, it's a mutual respect thing for whatever belief you have on it. But basically, we just ask that you wear the mask properly over your mouth and nose. If you decide that you do not want to comply with that, you'll be offered a mask. Eventually, you could be sitting down in the office and have a conversation with administration, whether that be Mr. Downey or myself. At that time, we'll contact your parents at home and for help with the compliance. And if you still refuse, then your parents will be asked to pick you up, and you'll be sent home, and you'll be marked unexcused for the day. If you're involved in extracurricular activities that day, you'll be prohibited from participating in those activities. Okay. Main thing is we just want to protect students. We want to keep our students in the classrooms. We want to keep students from being quarantined, those type of things. We don't want this to be a punishment. We knew you students will be respectful and helpful in this, and so we can have a successful school year. Hey, here's a couple examples. This is what we're looking for when we're wearing masks. We don't want the old chin strap, I'm a football player look. We don't want the below the nose, covering the mouth look. Ideally, what we're looking for is, and what we expect is, over the mouth and nose at all times, except for whenever your teachers may be giving you a break. Thank you. We're looking forward to seeing you on Wednesday, starting the 21-22 school year.